Artist to artist, venue to venue, another great interview brought to you by Spokane's newest online community, Spokane Music Mag.
Hey folks, welcome back to Spokane Music Mag. This is Ron Robinson, your host for the evening, and tonight I'm sitting here with Stitched Up Art.
What up?
I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic around, get some introductions here. Mixie, you want to start it off?
I'm Mixie. I am the vocalist.
I'm Nick. I play guitar.
I'm Merritt. I play guitar.
I'm Decker. I play the drummer.
I'm Randy. I play bass and the skin flute.
These are our friends that are here for the VIP experience that are also just hanging out in tutus. Introduce yourself.
I'm Devin.
Jeremy.
Samantha. Alicia.
They're very important people to us.
Very important.
All right, everybody in the house, appreciate that. All right, so you guys are out on tour right now to promote the third single off your guys' album. It's entitled Catch Me When I Fall. The single is. The album came out in 2016, titled Never Fall, correct?
Never alone.
Never Alone, excuse me.
Close enough. It's close enough.
We'll
Close
run with it, yeah?
We were going to do, what was the next album that we were going to do? We were going to do Never Again. Well, we were going to re-release Never Alone as the greatest hits of our only album. Never say never, never again. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
Beautiful idea.
This is what happens when we are in very close corners for a very long period of time together.
Fair enough. Sounds like a good time to me, honestly. But we'll go ahead and push forward. I really want you guys to tell our fans here about how you guys got started and kind of what was the place that you were at in your life that kind of fueled the fire.
Well, Stitched Apart, I formed the band in 2010, and it was just based off of like a musical heartbreak. I mean, I moved out to LA to try to do the whole dream thing, and it just wasn't working out, and I was like ready to run home crying to mom, and she pretty much told me that I couldn't quit what I started. She's like, you went out there for a reason, you have to keep going. And so I decided that I was gonna form a whole new band, Stitched Up Heart, stitch my heart back up. And it was definitely an uphill battle from the beginning. And a couple months into it, I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, it's really, really hard. It's really hard to start a band from scratch. Decker wouldn't let me quit. And so we pretty much stitch each other's hearts up all the time.
Awesome. Decker, let's hear a little bit of your input as far as how you came on. And
So I met Mixie actually before Stitched Up Heart was formed. We did like a video together, a music video.
To be clear.
Just to be clear, yeah. We played, we jammed a little bit, some older songs, and then she formed Stitched Up Heart, and just I guess the chemistry wasn't right with the members originally. And the whole thing fell apart, and I believed in you so much because I think you're such a great singer and performer. So I was like, hey, we're going to do this. And you were definitely ready to give it up. You're like, whatever, dude. I was like, no, we're doing this. You're like, all right, fine. So we had just drums and vocals for a little while, and then we brought in a guitarist, and we've gone through, again, through the years, we've had to find the correct members for the band, and I think that we found Randy here and Merritt and Nick, and we're not letting them go.
You sure about that?
Not yet.
All right,
Yeah.
I still have a little time left.
No, I tell you guys I hate you all the time, but I kind of like you a little bit.
I knew it. See, you can't fool me.
I know.
But when you share a bed with someone for a lot of time on the road.
all right. So moving on anyway. Fair enough. That's kind of a surprise to me. I mean, it sounds like even once you made the decision to move forward with this thing, you still really didn't want to. It was Decker that kind of came. He was your driving force, your rock that pushed you to get.
Yeah, he can be my rock. Yeah, no, I mean, like it really is hard, and if anybody's ever tried to make the move to LA, like the first year I moved out there,
I lasted 4 months.
Yeah, it's rough. It's expensive. I ended up like living in my car pretty much for a whole year until now we live in a bigger car. And we travel to other places and get out of LA as much as possible. But it takes a lot of effort to try to even get to where we are now. I mean, Spokane, the very first time we ever played here, there was maybe 30 people. You went to a show that there was like 12.
Jeremy was there.
Yeah, you guys were at the very first show. You were there, the guy behind the camera. He played.
That's
played
Joe.
with us.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, he played with us, and and it was really hard to get a gig booked here. And then it wasn't until 94 and a half actually started playing some of our songs and became like our besties. And then we just now we're playing the Knitting Factory, and we never thought that even people would come to the shows.
I don't understand that. After hearing you guys' music, you guys should be playing arenas right now, as far as I'm concerned, right?
I think it's just been like a slow climb, and I it's something that's like I appreciate the fact that we're kind of building this like friendship and like fan base and families all across the country, more intimately, not doing these giant huge arena festivals where people don't really get to know you as a person. Instead, we end up with friends like this that come and they bring their little tutus and vibrators, and it's fun. And they let us sleep. We stay at the Fairchild Air Force Base with them, and everybody always thinks it's funny when we come in to the Air Force Base.
I was gonna say that we do like doing those giant festivals too, though. So put us on all of those if anybody's listening. That you have a big festival.
All the giant festivals.
We'll play there. Like the last one we did in Flint with Hailstorm, and we had Lizzie watching a side stage, and you got so excited that you ran off stage in the middle of the song. And
I ran off in the middle of the song because Lizzie Hale was watching us like a couple weeks ago in Flint, Michigan, and I saw her side stage, and I think I had to sing at that part, but I didn't care. I just ran over, put everything down, and just gave her a hug, and then ran out to sing. I'm like, it didn't matter. When you get to a point where our guitar players are petting each other right now, I don't know about them. But anyway, we really take things seriously. We really try to be professional.
We take the music seriously. We take ourselves seriously.
We do. We're just a bunch of big kids that travel around in a RV.
That's where the success comes from, is if you guys, are able to continue having fun with it and not get too big for your britches, right? That's kind of the idea.
We wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, right.
They're stretchy skinny jeans, so even if they get too big for them, they'll squeeze in it. It's the pants. Vegan leather.
Nice. You guys so you guys got to take a quick trip around and kind of explain your songwriting process, how you guys create the magic that it is that you guys do.
When we used to write on our own, without producers and labels and all that stuff, we would just get into a rehearsal space, and we'd come out with 30 songs in a couple months and then pick the 6 out of those. So we kind of wrote before. And then once we signed with the label, we realized that we needed to take a little more attention to detail on each song, because we wanted every song to be really great. We didn't want to turn in anything that was mediocre. So we really, really focused in and honed on every word and every note, and
tried to make them as meaningful as possible, every single part of the song. And that's how we came up with the stuff on Never Alone.
Took the time to put yourselves into the music that you're pushing out to us.
Yeah, we wanted to make it as best as it possibly could be.
All right, why are you giving me the mic back? We're listening to you.
She got nothing more to say.
yeah, we wanted to make good songs, not crappy ones.
Fair enough. I'm gonna start moving towards wrapping this up here, but I got a couple more questions to hit on. One, you guys have a growing fan base that really loves what you guys are doing. Some of these guys might be picking up a guitar for the first time, or they might have been struggling for the last year or two, learning through the process of becoming a musician and getting gigs and doing the thing. What kind of advice would you give back to these guys that are struggling their way to make it up now?
For me personally, I would say never get discouraged. I had a lot of guitar mentors back home when I was in local bands and playing to nobody, and I didn't tour nationally until I was in this band. And there's times where you feel like I'm gonna Mixie, I'm gonna give up, and it's just easier to quit. But if you genuinely want to do it, you just can't let the little things get you down. There's everyone that's doing what we want to do started as nothing. They started picking up a guitar, they heard a song they liked, they wanted to play it, all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's just never get discouraged. If you have that dream, chase it down, don't quit, and don't suck.
Yeah, learn everything you can about your instrument and practice. You can't practice enough,
Yeah. I would say like musically, yeah, like practice, learn to play every sort of genre. If you're a guitarist, learn to play bass, learn to play drums, learn how everything works together as itself, because you'll get like I play guitar, so a lot of guitarists that I know are just like guitar, and that's what they know. But then when they get thrown in a band situation, they have no idea what the bass does.
Well,
they have
the
no
reason
idea what
you're
the drummer
in this
does.
band is because you played bass also.
Yeah.
That's how you first got in and then became the lead guitarist. So there you go.
Yeah, so it's just about having knowledge for everything. And then also non-musically, I would just say always be optimistic. Always maybe research like meditations and things like that. Keep your mind positive and surround yourself with positive people and successful people, as in not all the negativity and all that stuff. That's probably like this guy is pretty positive. Randy's pretty positive. Decker is totally not positive.
They're not pissing. They're not pissing me off.
We're not too sure. We're HIV positive.
I'd have to say, if it's really truly your passion in life, like it is for me, and I've had every crappy job you could possibly imagine, and I've had some good. Including bass player. No, but anyways, everything, I never really stuck with anything in my life except for music, and I've had a ton of people along the way say, oh, you'll never be successful, and you'll never be able to do anything, and there's so many people who fail, and I just didn't listen to them. I just kept going and kept doing what I wanted to do, because it's the only thing I kept coming back to over the years.
I think in anything that you do in life, whether if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a veterinarian, or if anything that you do, you're going to come across people that are going to tell you that you can't do it. And, just in life, you're just you're going to fail sometimes. You're going to have to learn from those experiences. If you don't fail, you're not growing, and it's all just, I think, finding what you really, really, really absolutely love to do, whether it's music, whether it's taking care of kittens, I don't know, but anything that you really, really love to do, go for that, and then you'll find a way, because I know people and stories of people that just died, really died, because they didn't follow their dream, and they weren't going in the direction that life was supposed to go for them, so they literally didn't, they died, and so I think that anything that you're really passionate about, that you should always just go for it 100%.
Hey, thank you guys a lot for sharing that with us. I mean, that's true words right there. You're talking about sitting here and going against the grain, fighting the purpose that you were built for. If you have a gift that such as the one that you guys have that you're sharing with us right now, and you're trying not to utilize that, it's a shame. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. Do you guys have any last minute shout outs that you want to give to anybody out?
Our merch girl, Darling Jameson.
Yes.
Roxy and J at 94.5 KTHQ, because without them we wouldn't be here in Spokane. So we love you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And kittenrescue.org, that's who we donate a percentage of our merchandise sales to. And yeah, Darling Jameson is actually our merch girl, who we've been able to squeeze on some of the bills, and she's a really great vocalist and acoustic guitar player, and she's in a band too, so we're hoping that we can kind of help her by us growing at the same time. So help your friends.
I thank all the fans out there for always, whether it's 5 people or 5,000 people, we always like to put on the best performance for you guys. And I want to thank Mixie for nagging me 2 years ago and asked me to join her band. She's like, I know you're in a band and you're probably busy, but can I steal you away from your band and join this band? I was like, yeah, I guess. You did, but well, I'm sitting here right now about to play a huge show at the Knit, so I'm pretty stoked about it. So thank you guys, the band that
I'd like to thank Merritt for sitting next to me during this interview.
Yes. Merritt.
I'd like to thank the fans who brought the tutus.
Yes, the tutu fans.
Yes, more tutus would be welcome to. Just saying.
I don't have any gold. I was just wanting to thank all of our sponsors, kind of, so Monster and ESP and Ernie Ball and Dunlop, Ibanez, for just really being behind us and helping us out. Century Media, Don, Sahaj,
How about
Ticketon,
everybody
Mitchell Marlowe.
Yeah, that we have on like the album list that got cut for.
Where's Kanye?
Yeah.
I would like to thank Kanye West.
Yeah, for making us all look a lot better. Okay, getting back to it.
And our VIPs here.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes,
guys.
the VIPs.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys.
you,
I really
Ron.
appreciate you guys sitting down with us. And
Thanks,
the
Ron.
tutu is my pleasure, actually. I'm going to keep this on this evening, if I may, if that's cool. We're rocking the tutus here at Knitting Factory with Stitched Up Heart. Thank you guys for joining us. And until next time, Spokane Music Mag, I'm Ron Robinson. Special thanks to Finger Swagger and Sidelight Productions. Rock on.